were. Yeah, that's right. You spoke to Trump.
I did. Yesterday, I guess it was.
Good first on Iran. What was the takeaway from your conversation with him on Iran?
Oh, just that this is getting all of his attention. More or less, and that it's a very serious situation, and that he's looking at all the options carefully, and he doesn't want Iran to have a nuke. It's what he said in public, but he just reiterated it's a very sensitive situation, and there's important decisions to be made soon.
Would you be comfortable if U.S. took offensive action in Iran? Would you be comfortable with that?
I would not. No.
Why is that?
No. Well, I don't want to get into a war. I don't want us fighting a war. I don't want another Mideast war. To be honest with you, I'm a little concerned about our sudden military buildup in the region. We've built up real fast, real quick, just in the last, real quick, I should say, just in the last few days, really. So I think we want to be careful there. It's one thing to say to our ally Israel that, hey, we're going to support your right to self-defense. We should do that 100%. The president's been very strong on that. It's another thing to say to Iran, and I agree with this too, the president's done is we're not going to bail you out. Listen, you can come to the negotiating table with us and give up your nuclear program, and we'll facilitate that. That's great. I think Trump's message to them is, if you don't do that, you're on your own with Israel. I think all that's fine. It's a very different thing, though, for us to then say, but we are going to affirmatively go strike Iran or insert ourselves in the conflict. That to me that's a whole different matter. I'd be real concerned about that.
What are the implications if that happens?
Oh, huge conflict in the region, possibly beyond. We all saw what happened with Iraq and Afghanistan, So I think, listen, nobody wants Iran to have a nuclear weapon. I think the president's handled this really well. And I think our message ought to be consistent, which is to Iran, there's an off-ramp. Trump's offering you an off-ramp. Take the off-ramp. If not, you're going to be on your own with Israel. But I don't think there's a need for us, the United States, to affirmatively insert ourselves. I think that is a whole different kettle of fish.
What do you think politically that would mean? Because we hear some folks saying this is not America first if we engage here.
Well, I'll leave the president to weigh that. He knows his coalition better than anybody, and he's the one who's won with it. I just think from a practical, strategic point of view, and just representing the people of my state, I think standing by Israel is absolutely fine, great, and I think making sure that Iran doesn't get a nuke. But for us to affirmatively get engaged in a war, I think most people are going to look at that and be like, whoa, wait a minute, what? No, we don't want that. So I don't think the president will go there. I think he's handling this pretty darn skillfully. And of course, if you're him, you're not going to take options off the table when you're trying to get Iran back to the negotiating table. He's trying to push them clearly. So.
And what did he say to you about the provider tax and the reconciliation bill?
Well, I did the talking there. I just said, listen, we just got the Senate text, and the Senate text is very different from what you negotiated with the House. And I said, I've got some major concerns about that. And I walked through them, and he said, oh, well, that's very surprising. He said, I'm surprised that they made all these changes to the degree they did. And I said, I am too. So, I think there's some work to be done there. Listen.
He was blindsided by it?
Well, those are your words. I just think that what he has said consistently to me and in public is he does not want Medicaid cuts. He's fine with work requirements, waste, fraud, and abuse, but he does not want benefit cuts. And he was real clear to Senate Republicans just 2 weeks ago, don't touch anything else on Medicaid. Take the House framework, tweak it if you need to, but do not do anything else. And this Senate framework is really, it departs from his framework big time. It's a whole other thing, and it really is tough on rural hospitals. And he and I talked about that. I said, this is going to be real hard on rural hospitals. And so what
was his response when he said
concern,
that?
Concern, and surprise. It's like, well, why would they do that? Was his comment, and I said, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Did he say he'd be willing to change it?
Well, I think he's going to get engaged. And listen, this is his bill. He's landed the plane in the House, and so ultimately, I would just hope that the Senate would reflect his priorities. This is my consistent message. Just let's stay with the guy who won the popular vote here and who said no changes to Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare. Let's cut taxes for working people. Let's make that our priorities.
And do you think it's feasible to get this done by next week?
I don't know the answer to that. I just don't know. I think if there's a will and leadership to get this fixed, it needs work, clearly. If they've got the will to work around the clock and fix it, sure. But, I don't. That's really a question for them. How quick do they want to move on this and get things worked out? It's not ready for prime time yet because of all the changes they've made. So they're going to have to work out these issues. They're going to have to particularly get the rural hospital issue resolved. And I would say get back to following the president.
Are they negotiating with you at this point on those changes?
Oh, listen, I talk to them constantly. But
But
We'll see.
you don't know if they're making those changes.
I don't know. I don't think they've got 51 votes yet.
Yeah.
So, you know, this, as I say, this needs to work.
Yeah. Okay. Appreciate the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
Good to see
thanks.
you.
Yep.